A lot of sweating this year. It means they've been doing a little work.
How big is to try to get more turnovers, especially interceptions?
Yeah.
And I know for you,
Yeah.
you're used to getting more. It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to kind of pain you as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not used to going through 4 games without a interception for sure. Back at App State, we've the last 4 years we're leading the country in interception at the corner spot, and we're number 2 in the country overall. Getting interceptions the last 4 years. So that's it's a little new to me, but our guys are trying their best to do what we're asking them to do. But some of it we just need to be a little bit more aggressive in the passing game for sure, in the back end, and even in underneath coverage, and understanding when I can take a chance and be aggressive, as opposed to being a little bit softer and not taking a chance when I have the ability to take a chance.
Is a lot of it mental more than the physical too?
I think it's a little bit of both. I really do. I think it's a little bit of both mentally, as well as physically with the guys we have. But we're trying to mix and match. Now some different coverages that maybe help a little bit as well with trying to get some interceptions. I think our D-line has been doing a pretty good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, to getting back there and getting hits on the quarterback every game. We just got to tighten our coverage up and play a lot better, and that starts with me with coaching those guys a little bit better.
Is that in some ways maybe a byproduct of guys just not wanting to give up a big play?
A little bit, but like I think it's still just understanding quarterback action for quick game. Quarterback action with drop back pass, and guys just understanding. Like I say, when I have the ability to take a chance, when I have help. I can take a chance as opposed to being a little bit softer. So it may be a little bit of that, thinking about not giving up a big play, but we just got to do a little bit better. And I think this year with 4 games in, new scheme with these guys playing a game, I think that hopefully toward the end of the year we start getting a whole lot better with that for sure.
Is preparing for a back as big as AJ different than preparing for maybe backs like Cam or other backs you've seen this year?
No, I don't think so. I think that, like I told you guys last week or week before last, that anytime you're preparing for a team, you want to prepare to stop the run. If you can't stop the run, it's going to be a long day. And so I think with preparing for Cam, of course, he may be a tad bit shiftier, a little bit more in space. With AJ and his backup, I think those guys get downhill a whole lot quicker. So as far as physicality, yes, it's a little bit different. But as far as the run game in general, scheme's a little bit different. But I think just stopping the run and being able to tackle his big butt is going to be really key coming this weekend.
The team's taking a big jump in terms of production and stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
Are you pretty pleased with the way they've performed so far?
I've been pleased a little bit. I think we've could have done a lot better in the Florida State game. We had a good bit of mental errors in the run game that I think could have helped us get those guys behind the sticks. And then now, you're getting in second and long situations, or even, third down situations, as opposed to them getting first downs or second down. So, a little bit, disappointed the last game in the run game, just a little bit, especially the first quarter. I thought the first quarter we did not look like the team that's been preparing for opponents each and every week this week. I thought that we looked like the team from last year as far as mental capacity as well as being able to make plays in that first quarter. So the guys settled down a little bit second quarter, and they didn't score the second quarter, didn't score the third quarter, and half of the fourth quarter. So throughout that time, I thought they did a really good job of maintaining and not making a lot of mental errors. But when it came crunch time, we made a couple of mental errors that possibly cost us the game.
How vital is a guy like Kane being able to run in and break a running scheme where he's been able to kind of fly around so far?
I think with Kane's ability, what he does well is understanding angles, and I think he's smart. He's a very, very high IQ football guy, and so he understands schemes. He understands where to fit. And I do think that this scheme fits him well. So we're able to get him in the box and get him involved with the run game a little bit. And so I'm excited that he's having the year that he's having right now. And I think he is too.
Bryan, Coach Sad has talked the last 2 weeks now about mental errors in both offense and defense. Is that more of it's not. Is it more focused than anything? More attention to detail kind of things?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you think about, when guys like Florida State and as well as Boston College, when those guys go really, really fast, the things that you practice on and you're trying to read your keys, sometimes it happens so fast that they're not as focused like we're saying. But as well as I just think that sometimes it's a new scheme for both sides of the football. This is our first year being here. We, of course, as coaches, we want to be perfect every single play. But we know we're always striving for perfection. But with this being a new scheme on both sides of the football for the first, we hadn't even been here a year. You're going to have some little errors and some little mistakes, and we just got to limit those in order to give us a chance to win football games. Because Coach Sass says it all the time, we're not as talented as a lot of teams that we'll play. So we have to limit our mental errors in order to give ourselves a chance to win football games.
You guys have talked about depth a lot this season. Do you feel comfortable with some depth now that you're maybe building? I know it's not where you want it to be. And then the second question is, we've seen Isaiah Hayes a little bit. Is he a guy that's kind of come on a little bit?
Yes, he's coming along. He had an injury in fall camp that kind of held him back a lot, and so now he's getting to practice every single day, and he's getting those reps as well as a lot of mental reps that helped him in fall camp. But is no reps that you can get as far as physical reps when you're just sitting there on the sideline and not actually getting them. So it's really good for him to get out there and get those reps, and we're excited about him moving forward.
All right. Great.
Good.
Thanks.
All right.